G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood Arcade, Power Games, and Into the Ellsbound, with more to come. Now, before I begin, I'd like to remind you that this channel is sponsored by you, the viewing audience, so please could you take a moment to share out the links? I'm going to do that right now to let people know we're live. This is, however, you don't have to wait until you can share this video anytime, not just when we're live. Of course, let people know we're here. Please and thank you. And of course, people message me. Messaging me while harassing. I hate when people harass you when you're live. God, wait till you're live. Gosh, people are so annoying sometimes. I'm sorry. What part of, please, I'm busy right now, we can talk later, don't people understand? I never know. Just why people think their conversation is so important. That I have to drop everything for them. Oh, anyway, such is life. Right. My little hissy fit and my little tantrum is out of the way. We will now continue with conquering the world. I mean, back to normal, folks. Back to normal. Normal. I promise. Oh, gosh. All right. Got a actually huge stack of RPG news. And for some reason, yet again, screen sharing is not cooperating. Come on. One more time. You may notice I'm coming to you in HD, where, well, some of you will notice, but not everybody will notice. But yes, I've been given an opportunity to try out StreamYard's HD streaming. So let me know if it's good or bad, clearer or better. But for some of you, you'll only see it in 720p anyway. And it's actually 480 on X, I think. Not sure where you'll see. I think only YouTube has the option of playback. I'm not sure. So let me know what you think if you actually can see me in HP. All right. No, we're going to start with my favorite site, the Bundle of Holding. This is a bargain. It's a acid fantasy role-playing game. Now I can't remember its name. I had it earlier. There was a few of them. I actually have a couple of these already. But Travinka, I don't think I have this pack. This is new, I believe. Starter pack, $9.95, off to a good start. And a bonus collection. Now, the bonus collection is basically where you pay the threshold price. Hey, $19.97, bargain. Level up and you'll get the entire bonus collection, 6 more supplements. With a all right. So we have the starter collection. Paying the minimum price gets you the... Oh, I should explain what a acid fantasy is. It's mind-bending. It combines wizardry, mind powers, and the zaniness you find in the what they called the 70s acid wash. I can't think of a TV show right now. I know it'll come to me later, but you'll find it's a sort of mind. It's sort of an experience that you go, yes, this was an acid trip. I'm not saying that. Well, some of them inspired by the 1980s fighting fantasy game books. Yeah, I remember those. That was Steve Jackson. There's 21 of them, although I think only 20 got published. And the 21st was actually released later when they released a pack. Yeah. Trying to think. Sorry. Acid trips. I know I've done some of these before, but you'll understand them when you see them. Now, the starter pack contains Trofka, the numerous edition. Now, this is a beginner's old school science fantasy RPG. Yeah, acid. It's like acid punk. Acid punk. No, before it was called acid punk, it was called acid wash, I believe. And it is science fantasy. It's a blend of science. It's fantasy science with science fantasy elements. That is, you have some science, to some extent Fallout, though something more wacky than Fallout, but it's critically acclaimed, built-in wonder and room for everybody to go wild. That's the point of an acid trip RPG, not the actual drugs. I recommend you do the RPG, not the drugs. Acid is brain destroying, so play the adventure. It's healthier for you. So it's simple rules based on fighting fantasy. You have pre-generated characters. You play them out, and not lost. There is actually adventure in here. You're not just going. It's not just a wild adventure. There is actually a story in these. Here we have the crossroads of 1,000 spheres. You have a floating city high above you, the size of a moon. It's an intersection to 100 worlds where people are floating of all shapes, sizes, some human, aliens, and a few talking cephalopods, all approaching the majestic fortress in the clearing, Swan Castle. It's a multiversal setting. Yes, I know people may be sick of the MCU multiverse, but trust me, multiverses existed long before the MCU and will exist long after the MCU. The MCU just decided to claim the idea as their original own, when in fact, they're not. They're not. They took it on in the 80s, along with others. It's just Marvel's more famous. And famous for borrowing. Bridgetown, another connection. Luminal RPG, that's the one. Gosh, should have. So setting, never-ending, ever-crumbling bridge, featuring flavorful backgrounds, new spellcasting systems, connects campaign worlds, 21 new stew recipes. Bridgetown's built on Travinka, but extends to almost any gaming table. I've often said this, a good DM can adapt material from any source. Travinka, the Goblin Mail, Cato Post Office for the Goblins. Until, of course, the Great Goblin Mail War, in which entering cache a postage stamp bubble. Piles of important paperwork slipped without a stamp. Mail gobs went missing because of mail bandits or saboteurs from rival offices. It's a bloodbath. It's another Travinka compatible adventure. Now in the bonus collection, you pay the threshold price and level up. Now for a mere 20 USD, you can get the standalone superhero RPG Longshot City based on Travinka, 5 additional adventures. Academies of the Arcade is a comprehensive toolkit for any game that uses magic schools, students with horrifying cosmic powers, and manipulative and petty faculty members. Gosh, they went to my university, didn't they? Create your own magical school, locations, classes, staff, student body, tables for calamity and magical overload. Change the terminology, descriptions, and structures to fit your preferred wizarding world. This is a big squirm, a hard-boiled private investigator working for one of the 7 factions vying for position after the collapse of the Scarfworm investment bubble. Explore the wealthy, corrupt district of Downgate Arches, with its buildings suspended by chains over overwrought arches above the dark expanse. Complete all 6 rival investigations, dodge assassins playing Poison Tart Dag, and crack the mystery for the fabulous award of the unborn Scarfworm Futures. Yeah, I told you it was acid. The Hand of God. Kidnapped. The players have been plucked from their dreams by the demon bird Thog and trapped in his nest atop the ancient mile-high statues towering above the temple quarter of Troika. Can they escape the Hand of God? Slate and Chance Donny. Investigate the twined and twisted wizard towers of Slate and Chalcedony. Uncover the secrets hidden with almost their 70 weird and worrisome rooms. Discover new and unpleasant spells. Defeat a slow and choking peril so threatening that even the most jaded players will believe they're heroes by the end of it. Oh, and along the way you befriend the pig. Walgrav Ox Warehouse, an interdimensional warehouse of a cruel wizard. Walgrav towers over the bad part of the other side of the rails, now seemingly abandoned. I shouldn't say suddenly, I should say seemingly abandoned long ago. Its fast force rooms are still full, watched over by dangerous interlopers and sinister hangers-ons. See, seemingly, not suddenly. But what treasure awaits you? I should say dangers, but gotta sell it, right? Advanced tabletop role-playing from Ian Publishing. Level Up came out in November 22. For a single price, get all 3 level core books and more. Single price $24.95. Gets you Aussie's digitally rights free, no DRM, and you get Level Up, the standalone advanced system that adds depth to the core D&D 5th edition rules while maintaining compatibility. 2 years of extensive playtesting went into this system. Adventurer's Guide, everything you need to create diverse and unique heroes in an epic combat, powerful spells, and mighty strongholds, trials and treasures. The Level Up journey and exploration rules has regions, discoveries, boons, exploration challenges, and rules for random encounters of all kinds. Now we have the Monstrous Menagerie. Nearly 600 monsters and their variants and various templates. These are huge. Memories of Holdenshire, an introductory level up rules and adventure. Now this takes you to the catacombs below, Northminster. Escape the law, unravel the mysteries. Can you recover the memories of Hollandshire? It's a first level character introduction to the rules of Level Up, in which you also get in the set. Hold one price to all gets you also the narrator screen. See, this one I have. Level Up Adventures. This one's got 10 days ago. Starter collection, $12.95, gives you the starter box and some gazettes. Level up and get the bonus collection. The level up price is $29.36. Still a bit okay. A bit on the shy side, but still okay. Pay the minimum price and get the starter box and introductory rules and adventures to Level Up Advanced Edition rules. This upgrades Level Up from Level Up to Advanced Level Up, if you didn't catch the... And of course you get a couple of introductory adventures to the advanced rules for the advanced system, and a Gate Pass. Basically you get material published in Gate Pass Gazette issues 0 to 22, which were issued throughout 2022 and 2023, and a whole bunch of new stuff and materials thus within. Now, you beat the threshold price and get the entire collection and get the Delver's Guide, a comprehensive toolkit for running and exploring dungeons in the Level Up system. Now, Zeitgeist is a Ian setting, and this is the rules to get Zeitgeist into Level Up system, advanced Level Up system. Now, what is Zeitgeist? Zeitgeist is innovation. It's science fantasy. It is an innovative age of combining magic and steampunk spacefaring with a whole bunch of new classes, different variations of races, and other materials. To save a kingdom, you have adventures for the Level Up system, where you have Not All Is Well in Haggistbury. Children have been disappearing into the Weirwood, unearthly echoes across the Fogmoor, and the Three-Fingered Jake has spread rumours of hauntings in Brockendale ruins. Yet the villagers have gathered in Bleeding Heart Tavern, and trouble seemed far away. Yet, for that dragon in Skull Mountain, this is a 400-page adventure for Level Up, with monsters, etc., etc. It's quite a collection. Baker Street, 12 days ago, one price gets you the entire collection. This is a reissue from January 2022, a Victorian tabletop role-playing game set in the world of Sherlock Holmes, with a complete investigative collection of scenarios from Fearlight Games. The $19.95 gets you the entire collection. $80 retail. This is digital rights management free, so don't have to worry about losing access when you upgrade your computer. A lot of you do realize that that's what digital rights management does. It locks eventually, for all that stuff you think you own digital, well, if it's not DRM free, which is why there's a lot of people who are very interested in DRM removal and against DRM. Baker Street is role-playing. As I said, it's Sherlock Holmes. However, Sherlock is missing and presumed dead. Dr. Watson has asked for investigators to take on cases in his absence. This is the streets of Victorian England, foggy, and crime most foul awaits you. There's the nefarious plans of crafty villains, or will you champion justice for the Baker Street? You solve some of the most baffling crimes in history with more than 30 careers and 25 unique criminals. There's a special system for investigation, observation, and deduction. Weed out fake clues and solve crimes. There's a mastermind award and all other systems. It's an investigative system. Can you investigate? And the system is there to assist you in that process. Sherlock by Gaslight. We have some more adventures, of course, where women have been murdered in London's East End. When aren't they? Now your investigators are solved to hire these particular crimes, and as you close on the truth, fears may grow that lurking in the shadows is Jack. Yes, the Jack. In addition to Ripper, there is other professions, new masterminds, new locations, and unique plots for whodunit. And to continue, you have a case book with various missions to get you started on continuing your own Baker Street adventures. Gosh, I just realized that's got my email on it. Shadows over Soul. Hard sci-fi horror tabletop role-playing from Tab Creations. Now, the difference between sci-fi and hard sci-fi is quite simple. In science fiction, the science is fictional. Think Star Trek, where hard sci-fi is, think trying to think, not Asimov, although he did do some hard sci-fi. I'm trying to think of something that is hard sci-fi. I can't think of it right now. I know there's something that was recent that was hard sci-fi. It was very good, very scientifically based. And that's where hard sci-fi is. Now, Shadows of a Soul comes as a quick deal, $9.95. One price gets you the whole collection, current collection. Now, so these Shadows of Soul gives you the ready-made heroes, the GM screen, and inserts set 200 years from now in what should be the shining future. Instead is cloaked in conspiracy and horror. Humanity is expanded throughout the solar system, but society is shattered into subcultures, nation-states that are on decline, while corporations and cults wage open war. Bioengineered horrors left over from these conflicts stalk ruined stations and abandoned colonies. But for an enterprising team willing to brave the unknown, there's profit to be made. This is a hard sci-fi horror that uses card-based Saga rules. It's inspired by Alien, The Expanse, The Thing, Europa Report, and other. You have uncovered the secrets of the outer Oort cloud. For those who don't know, well beyond Pluto is a orbit of not 100 or thousands, but millions of asteroids ranging in size, and is believed to be origin explosion at the birth of the star and the leftover material in the great expanse. And that is it. When a star grows, it expands, and eventually collapse in and begin anew. It's an infinity machine, really. But most of you don't learn hard science. You learn speculative science because professors are married to their theories, they do not adjust themselves to ever-changing exploration of the solar system. Anyhow, enough about arrogant and ignorant professors. 4 Shadows over Soul sourcebooks. Beyond Human, Contacts. Well, anyway, Beyond Human is rules for playing an android or an uplifted animal. Contacts, 25 ready-made contacts for handling important information. Fatal Frontiers, closer look at life on the frontier, new discoveries and dark secrets waiting to be unveiled. Shiny New Toys brings you vehicles, spaceships, motorbikes, space battles, and other vehicle combat. New weapons and armor. Launch into the shadows. Root. This is a reboot from, reissue, from July 23. Woodlands Adventure, Root and many supplements. Think Wind in the Willows with a bit more modern, upbeat feeling to it. Root Collection, $14.95 gives you the entire collection. You have the core book, which gives you all the rules you need to play in the Root world. Now, in this, there is the Marquis de Cat, and she has led her armies to victory over many clearings. I think Queen Victoria. Now, of course, the Erie dynasties have risen again to oppose her. Meanwhile, the mice, rabbits, and foxes of the woodlands do not sit idly by. The Woodland Alliance is a growing homeborn rebellion, has emerged to promise to free the woodland from all oppressors. Basically, folks, this is Wind in the Willows meets communism. Still, don't let that get in the way of having fun in that throughout history. There's always been oppressors and oppression, and so often the liberator becomes the oppressor. Without it, we wouldn't have adventure now, wouldn't we? So, really, they're doing us a favor. Now, as the war rages on, you have new factions, new rules, and dozens of expanded moves, weapon skills, feats, connections, equipment. The Root Clearing booklet. This is about the rules you need for various clearings and one-shot adventures in them. And of course, you can quick start sets. You have various game scenarios for full sessions, few full sessions of Root, where our Root, of course, is based on the Acropolis engine rules and moves. As far as I know, this is all self-contained. You do not need to buy any extra material. Now, Skull Kickers is actually Jim Zub's comics. 1,100 pages of action comedy in sword and sorcery. Now, the bargain at $9.95 gives you volumes 1 to 6 and Cast the Bastards and the Great Grotesque. Now, $9.95 gets you Skull Kickers, volumes 1 to 6, which you have. This is the first and longest running sword and sorcery graphic novel series created by Jim Zub, known for Dungeons and Dragons artwork. Although I think he also wrote some books. I'm not sure. I know he did the artwork on many things, including Dungeons and Dragons. Now these are 145 to 160 full color pages. Now, there are 5 to 7 issues per run. So there's various artists involved. So it's quite a lot. It's not actually just, hey, 6 comics. This is volumes. So you're getting a full story in each volume. So volume 1 gives you 1,000 opers and a dead body. Volume 2 gives you fine funerals and a basket of blood. Volume 3 gives you 6-shooter on the 7 Seas. Volume 4 gives you 80 Eyes on Evil Island. Volume 5, A Dozen Cousins, and The Crumpled Crown. Volume 6, The Infinite Icons of the Deadly Epic. I just want to check on... No comments so far. Hey, if you're out there, give us a like and a thumbs up. Then if you haven't already, please subscribe. Now, Cast of Bastards and The Great Grotesque is a 10th anniversary comic and RPG adventure booklet where the Skull Kickers take on a mission for the Academy of Serious Sorcery and Holistic Occult Learning. They have to steer clear of the warp wizardry, wizardry wands, and wicked witchcraft wielded by weeping wimps and woeful waifs. This is a new story, new dungeon-length campaign call based on 5th edition. And it's a comic story. But it's also got 170-page role-playing adventure. And you have social rules and encounters and a isometric map of the tower. And this is an old school dungeon crawl with traps. Time to kick in some skulls. For 3 days to go on the offer. Now, coming to you by Labyrinth Adventures, a dungeon crawling adventure game system with no game master needed. You have the Realm Keeper campaign, Kickstarter campaign coming soon from Christopher Zimmerman, 4 created, 3 back, so this would be his 4th. And introductory quest module, a mere sample of what's in store. So far, just that. New Kickstarter campaign coming soon. Next, we have Raakdos Battlemap, a dungeon master, battlemap enthusiast, creates battle maps for D&D, Ravnica campaign, and other planes in the MTG multiverse. Has a Patreon and makes battle maps. And here we have the Amonkhet Battlemap, Sunscorched Desert, 32 by 56. That's the grid size, I believe, how many grids there are. Now, this is the ruins of ancient civilization, set to line the broken lands. Check it out today. Next, we have a side quest from live on Kickstarter. This is 3 years of work put into this from Icarus Games. Now, their side quest Kickstarter at 3rd year. This is their 3rd year. 5th edition, so best-selling for in one whole set. You'll only be charged if they make their minimum. You have the side quest annual digital, 20 euros gets you the annual fully bookmarked PDF. Hardcover, digital bundles, all the bundles, and they've met their minimum funding goal, which means they're going to do an art upgrade. SideQuest is best-selling monthly magazine inspired by, well, probably an e-zine, sorry, inspired by the gaming magazines of old from from his youth. And he's looking forward to pick up issues like White Dwarf, Dungeon and Dragons. Yep, I had White Dwarfs. I had Dungeons and Dragons. Had over, I think, Jeez, it's had over 300 magazines, I think. The various, I forget the third. There was White Dwarf was, I think, primarily alternatives, particularly Warhammer, where Dungeons and Dragons was almost strictly TSR. Was strictly TSR after the 36th edition. But there was a lot of content there. There was a lot of content. They've taken all their easy content and put it in to this. Yeah. And there are add-ons, annuals, and cheat sheets. Well, I also have a homebrew science fiction fantasy setting myself, which I'm building constantly. For $1, you can get access to the base material. I also post links to my videos there. And on the base material, future fantasy, which is a science fantasy setting, which features the Empire of Elves. Now, it is based on D6, but any good game master can adapt. Now, Squire also gives you access to the artwork and the base battle maps. And if you upgrade, you get the battle maps with their grids. So please and thank you. Consider becoming a patron today, supporting the channel. And then, of course, don't forget all the links in the description below. I'll be posting all the links after the show is finished on X, because they don't let you have descriptions on the video. But please and thank you. Support the channel today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. You can support me on Ko-Fi, Patreon. I have a set of my primary Patreon is for my writing, and my RPG is based on my writing. So please and thank you. Consider joining both, or at least my RPG. And of course, please and thank you. Buy my books, buy my merch. Links are in my link tree in my profile on X, but on other platforms, it's in the video description. Please and thank you. See you in the next video.